Hi, I'm Jeff Maturo.
Hi, I'm Winnie.
Oh my God. Welcome to RCTVLive.com. We've got another great... What are you doing with that exactly?
This is for my daughter. She loves balloons now all of a sudden.
Our one viewer. Welcome to the show.
She watches, I make my wife watch the show with me, and next time she watches, she's going to say, "Ba, ba." So this is for you, Amy.
Okay,
hi.
Great.
When we get cut off the air.
All right, are we done doing home videos?
Okay.
Holy moly. We've got a great show for you planned today.
We do. I can't wait for this show to get going.
Big buzz on the boards, and we know a lot of you have been talking about it because we are the buzz on the boards this week.
I read about it on RC Tech. I read about some new buzz on the board. And
boy, I tell you what.
I had to call Jeff. I didn't know what the heck.
It was about our last show when Mike almost spilled the beans on where the industry's going. You got
Great charger. ACDC does lipos.
No. Did you do your homework? Did you read about this?
No.
Well, Mike, you're like everybody. You can find out about the Ionic right now from Team Novak. Take a look.
ICAD, nickel metal hydride, 4 amps, 1 amp.
The Ionic from Novak is a dual-mode NiCad and nickel metal hydride battery charger. This particular unit offers the convenience of AC or DC power. The charger comes with handy alligator clips, a wall plug, and a fuse-protected harness for charging from a car battery. The case itself features LED lights, 2 push buttons, and boots on the bottom. The instructions are very easy to read and understand. The Ionic is aimed squarely at the beginner market that races a number of electric ready-to-runs and kits. It features a built-in 10-amp discharger and is perfectly capable of charging from 4 to 8 cells at up to 4 amps. This would also make a nice second charger. Anyone new to RC will appreciate just how easy it is to use this charger. It has just enough features to provide anything you will come across in its intended market. The added convenience of a built-in power supply is a huge plus. Our staff genuinely like the Ionic and feel very comfortable recommending it to anyone. And don't forget, Novak offers a great warranty and some of the best customer service in the business. Its simple push-button design, small size, and ease of use make the Ionic from Team Novak an easy choice.
You know, Mike, that really is a great charger for the beginner. It's everything you need. It charges. It's got a power supply built in. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't want to have power at the park or the racetrack where you're at, just put it on the car battery like we used to do in the old days.
It's perfect size. We suggest a 40-watt tip. Helps you solder. First thing we're going to jump right into is a battery pack. Okay, we have a necessary item in your toolbox is shoe U. If you get a battery pack, first thing you do, this one's, we did it already, you got to shoe glue the cells together. So before you solder a battery pack, put a little bit of shoe glue. We're going to rip this one apart real quick. I used up all the extra batteries we had. Put a little bit of shoe glue down. Just kind of plop it together like that. You always want to eyeball it. Make sure that the positive and negative are even with each other. And you let it sit on a table. You let it sit on a table for maybe 6 hours till it's good and dry. And then you're good to go. We're going to go into soldering a battery bar now. We got some battery bars we got from ProMatch Racing. We've got some solder here. We actually picked up the left-hander, one of our sponsors. But I also suggest Radio Shack has a good solder. It's a 60-40 mix. That's a ratio of solder versus flux. Biggest problem I've seen guys do is not use the correct amount of solder. Flux, you see solder that's all silver, you're never going to get a good contact. So make sure you have enough rosin, flux in it. Like I said, the stuff they sell left-handers good, Radio Shack is good, a 60-40 mix. First tip here is your battery pack. It's already shoe glued up. You set it down. You take Jeff's iron. Make sure you have a sponge or a rag. Even if your pit table here, you can wipe it. You always want to keep your tip clean. That's a tip clean. Keep it wet. Solder is your friend, okay? You always want to start out soldering. You always put a little bit of solder on your tip. That's the start of any type of soldering. A little bit of solder on your tip. You You always apply your iron to what you're soldering on to get it. That's the first step. We're going to solder the positive battery thing has got the little dimple on it. The negative side's always flat. But we're going to push down, lay it right on the positive, put a little bit of solder kind of on the tip, and spin the tip around a little bit, and boom, you got a nice circle of solder there. It's bonded good. We're going to do it again. I always turn the angle of the tip a little bit and kind of get the iron touching, and then the solder will kind of touch the iron and the item you're soldering at the same time, just like that. Turn the iron, spin it a little bit, and boom, it's good. You don't want to overheat. You don't want to leave the iron on there too long. It's not good. Heat kills, okay? These battery packs do not like heat. So if you feel like you're failing, just let everything cool off a little bit and let start over again.
The Tamiya Tornado, a high-performance track-type racing car that will amaze the most sophisticated competitor. Designed light in weight but strong in performance. The Tornado Racing Master Mark III is for those who want to win at the track. Tamiya's Tornado Mark III. The Ford C100 Group Type C racing car with realistic performance on the track and containing the same up-to-date features as the Tornado. It is a racing master vehicle of the first rank and was engineered for winning. Ford C100.
You've got to love the Tornado Mark III from Tamiya. Anything from the 80s. I'm a product of the 80s. What are you doing?
I'm playing, man.
Okay.
Have you noticed me?
You know what? I can't help but notice you, Mike. What do you all just...
Sherry do? I come walking in and they hand me this.
That's why. You know why?
We change outfits here quicker than Miss USA.
I threw on a hat, and you threw on a hat and bug eyes.
Yeah, what about down below?
I've got my...
Sound if you happen to be driving the German Tiger 1 tank. The pre-assembled tracks are supported with metal rods for reliable performance on hard terrain. Combined with independent suspension with torsion bar springs just like the real tank, the tracks and suspension provide smooth and realistic maneuverability on rough terrain. As I sit here and watch this footage, I'm amazed at the detail. If you look at these things just right, they seem real. It's amazing. They kick up the sand. If you were to focus in really tight on them, you'd swear you're looking at the real thing. Yeah. You see the lights being activated. That's obviously a tank that's been hit. The sounds, you're going to see the recoil of the gun turret. It's amazing. I just sit here with my mouth open, drooling. I'm like, when can I start to run these tanks? The muzzle flash on the German tank, the burnt out buildings, the sand being kicked up, the little trees that they position. I would have an absolute blast with these. I cannot wait to get one on RCTV Live. Backing in, the detail. I wonder how long it takes to build these tanks. I guess we're going to find out soon enough to see them working on the tank. The recoil of the turret, that's just the coolest thing I have ever seen. Tamiya really has outdone itself on the tanks.
See where my finger is?
Okay, now do it.
I cannot...
What makes us
great
exist.
Yep. And thanks for the hat, Jeff. Do I get to keep it?
You get to keep it. It's a part of the
Can I bang on your head?
Go ahead. Ah, that's not skippy. For RCTV Live, I'm Jeff Maturo.
We'll see you next time.